Okay, looks like it's on. Looks like we're on and we're feeding out to the people. Oh, actually, hold on. I know I forgot to do my audio. If you guys don't hear my audio or something's amiss, let us know here. Let me see. I can switch my audio over to the good audio. But just let us know what's going on if there's any issues or anything like that. In the meanwhile, I want to remind everyone, go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list. That's what you need to do. That's the best way to keep in touch with us. Figure out all the places, things that we're doing. Hankstrange.com, Lola's sharing deals and all that up there. So do that. Also, thanks to Safety Harbor Firearms for sponsoring the podcast. That helps us keep the lights on around here. Shout out to everyone out there. I'm going to drop the open right now for everyone. Let's see, here we go.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
Make sure you guys smash your thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. What's happening? Go back to, okay. I don't know what's happening with the controls right now. All right, gentlemen, let's do the jazz hands. I know, it's Friday. All right, there we go, jazz hands. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on because we are live. This is episode 567 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I'm coming to you live from Gainesville. We've got Adam Litke. He's from, where are you, Adam?
I'm up in the frigid North Ohio.
Ohio. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and CloverTac, my psychic powers tell me you're in Texas.
Correct. You're correct, sir.
See, I remember that. I remember that this time. So, yes, we've got competitive shooter Adam Litke joining us as well as CloverTac. You guys are here. Everyone's here. It's Friday. Smash those thumbs up. Share this if you can. We are here to do it. What's up with you guys? What's going on?
Just happy to be on board, man. Just happy to be on board.
Yeah. Adam's okay. Adam's kind of a little bit bummed out. I don't know if he wants me to talk about it though, so
go for it, man. I'm mad. Just go for it.
So I'm gonna try to explain this. You might have basically. Have you ever had one of those days when you've been tracking something that you really want from on UPS, and you've been just tracking it, just waiting for it, and then UPS shows you on the app that it's at your house, and then you go home and it's not there? That feeling that you get, that's what Adam's going through right now. So something cool, I guess, that he was going to share with all of us here on the show as well. You know? Yeah,
we're going to see the Holliston 509, our fully enclosed optic. You know, we talked about that SHOT Show, and then our 507K, which is the single stack red dot. Mm-hmm. They were brand new pre-production ones. It's going to be the first ones to see on a podcast. Mm-hmm. And some douchebag either didn't deliver it or he kept on his truck. Not happy.
Yeah, something happened. Hopefully it gets sorted out. It just could be a miscommunication or something like that going on. You never know. It could be something like that. It could happen. You ever had one of those days, Clover?
That's every week for me. Yeah. So I've got. I mean, I don't want to say I have no sympathy, but I can definitely empathize. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Living out in the boondocks is, that happens all the time. They can't find my house, or they find my house, but yet they don't want to come down my driveway. Or I've had stuff left out.
I'm just laughing because that's so crazy. That happens in the country, right? They don't want to go down the dirt road.
I've literally pulled into my driveway and there'd be a package under a tree by the driveway, which is a couple hundred yards from the house, and it's been raining all day.
Oh, yeah.
They just pull up to the edge of the driveway and set it by a random tree, and it's like, well, thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got horror stories like that. Like I built a corral at my gate. I had my dog. My dog passed, unfortunately. But I built a corral there to keep him from getting to the packages because UPS and FedEx would actually come and bring packages to my house, see my dog, and give the packages to him.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he would proceed to tear that up. So if it was a book, he would rip it to shreds. He ripped up a couple of shoes for Lola. Just tore them to little pieces, and then they were even just telling me. So we call like, why would you guys see a dog and give a dog the packages? Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then there's a thing that I sectioned off and everything, built it with my own hands, and put a big sign, packages here. So, yeah, I don't know, man. There's lots of horror stories like that with UPS, right? Maybe
with all of them, it's not just the UPS. Don't hate on just them.
Yeah,
it's all of them.
FedEx. Yeah, DHL's not too bad, but you don't see them so often.
Usually DHL, the times I've had to deal with DHL, they are like an interim service. They go to a certain point, and then it's usually UPS or USPS.
Oh, it takes it from there.
That picks it the rest of the way. Yeah.
Yeah. DHL is old school, man. I used to see DHL when I lived in Africa. Seriously, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've got. I think they do a lot more international.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But none of this is going to help you, Adam.
No, it's not, Hank. No, it's not.
You're gonna have to drink something stronger. I don't know what you're drinking over there.
Not enough strong enough.
We need. Where's those drone deliveries? That's what we need. Those instant, whatever, drone deliveries. And
yeah, you were reading my mind.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be better or worse?
Oh yeah, leave it on your roof or something.
I'd say at least if it's on my roof, nobody's gonna go get it. At least.
Well, that's true. Very true.
Yeah, it'll just fry in the sun.
Right.
Something will happen to it on the roof. There's things that could get up to your roof, man. Don't believe things can't get to your roof. There's squirrels. There's always something up on my roof.
You see a squirrel with a hollow sun optic, man. It was the drone delivery then.
Yeah, you don't have dogs or anything like that, do you?
No, just chickens.
Yeah. Brick says, I will call them up and see where the package is. Go get it if they have a hub in your town. Yeah. And shooting gallery, and he says USPS is the one that gives me the most issues. Yeah.
Oh, they're horrible. The postal service here is absolutely terrible.
Yeah. There's one of them that's delivering on Sundays now. I think it's FedEx, right? Is it FedEx?
USPS will too.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah. In the bigger towns, I see the postal service running around even on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brian Quick says DHL.
Not here.
No, not where you are.
Our post office is of course our post office is like an annex or a branch, right? But it's literally open 2 days a week for like 2 or 3 hours a day.
Oh, okay. So you must be the.
Now the lobby's open, so if you got a post office box, you know what I mean, or if you need to drop off a letter to mail, you're fine, like prepaid or something, as long as it fits in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you need the counter, you actually need to mail something. And if you are trying to mail anything outside of priority mail, like first class and priority mail, you're good to go. Mm-hmm. But if you're trying to go overnight, 2-day international, anything like that, they can't handle it.
Yeah, yeah. So Walter, Safety Harbor, he says Amazon/USPS thing is iffy. They mixed up a delivery for today. Yeah. I as a guy, this is one of the things that really gets to me. That's why I could say I really feel your pain, Adam. Like if you're expecting, it's like Christmas. No matter what it is you're getting in the mail, when you're getting a package, that's like Christmas for us dudes, man. We look forward to that. Lola hates the mail.
Yeah, but let me throw this out there. Are we spoiled by technology and modern conveniences? Because once upon a time, we ordered stuff and it was like, call Dell, 1-800, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 week delivery. And you didn't know when it was going to show up. It showed up when it showed up. So are we spoiled now a little bit?
Probably, but so what?
Well, back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, they weren't so concerned with this. I mean, that was like 1 billion years ago.
Yeah, or back in the days, you had to make your own stuff. You want an optic? You got to make this out of wood. You got to sit here and whittle it.
What gets me? Here's the thing that gets me is depending on where something ships from. Right? Mm-hmm. I've had packages before that they're like, oh, well, we'll upgrade your shipping and we'll ship it 2 day. Mm-hmm. Well, they ship it 2 day, and they actually hold it in the local hub for a day, because if they send it 2 day, they can't deliver it 1 day. It's like, how does that make any sense? You literally are taking up space in your hub, in your warehouse, when you could put this on a truck and go ahead and deliver it a day early.
Yeah. Well,
it makes absolutely no sense.
Well, those things are all run by computers, so the computer tells it. I think the computers tell them even how to drive. Like, the annoying thing to me is when they predict when they're getting there. Because to answer your question of how I look at it, yes, we're spoiled. But two, I think we're not spoiled enough. Because I always get mad that I have to stay there all day to get a package. And then, like, for me, I'm an FFL. So when stuff comes, I got to be there to sign for that thing. And they're trying to give me a window that they don't fit into.
Are they still requiring you to sign?
Oh, yeah.
Because I got some ammo yesterday, and I heard the truck. And so I was like, oh, okay, that sounds like a big truck. So walked outside, and sure enough, there he was parked up the driveway. But, I mean, he was bringing it down the driveway. Most of the time they don't want to drive down my driveway for whatever reason. And so I went to meet him, and, just the friendly hello and everything else. And he handed it to me and turned around to walk off. And I'm like, it was ammo, right? And I was like, don't I need to sign for this? He's like, oh, we're not doing any signatures right now at all. We don't want anybody touching our equipment.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, I think ammo, depending on where you are, I don't know how it is for you, Adam, but I think ammo you don't have to sign for depending on where you are. Now, if you're getting a firearm, I believe you still have to sign for it. But yes, I've seen some of these guys that if they see you, then they're like, take this thing. They don't want you. So I think it's a thing. Like, some guys don't care, and then,
Right.
Yeah, as far as I know, guns you still have to sign for. My dad's an FFL. Ammo, though, there's no signatures anymore, unless you do the signature required stuff on their website.
Yeah, but there might be some states. I don't know. You guys can let us
know
if in your state.
This may not have been. That may have been the deal, and this may not have been signature required anyway. But I still asked him, and that's what he told me. He's like, we're not doing any signatures.
Yeah, I think that might be a COVID thing. That Jason Brooks says here they ask if you want them to sign for you, because maybe they don't want to get too close to you either.
Right.
And listen, it's tough for those guys, right? They're out there working. They don't know. I mean, who knows what's going on out there? But yeah, it is a pain, man. It's painful. It's bad. Like, if you get something, I ordered something from Amazon, right, for my car. I ordered an air filter for my car. The the K&N air filter. The car has 2 of them, right? So everywhere that you see this thing, it's 2 of them. The place I ordered from sent me 1 of them. I was so mad, right? Obviously, I sent that thing back and everything. Yeah, but it just made me so mad because, first of all, I was open about it. There's no way they put 2 of these things in this box. Like, what? When I opened this one thing, and then I realized, oh, these guys just sent 1 of these things. This isn't make any kind of sense. And that made me mad because I was like, yep, I sat here, waited for this thing for no reason. So yeah, but what I would like to see, though, like, this is why I don't think we're spoiled enough. In 2020, I should know exactly what time you're getting over there to my house with that thing.
There should be. I mean, there should be some type of thing, because they've got trackers on the vehicles. They do.
Yeah.
And so, but I say that, I don't know that for a fact, but I can pretty much say that. And I've got a buddy that runs a wrecker service, and he's got, I don't even know, 20 wreckers or something. So I've seen the software and the stuff that they use to track all that. So surely to goodness, UPS and FedEx, they have that. So you could very easily use some type of computer software to say, okay, within so many miles or whatever of this location, send a note, and maybe you sign up for it online or whatever to get it. That'd be fine. But it sends you a ping to your phone that says, hey, the UPS is on its way, or your package is about to be delivered, or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That would be easy to do, I would think.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Amazon out here at least does that. We get like a notification that they're within like 10 houses.
Oh, really?
And then, before that, I think it's like an hour. And then when it's 10 houses.
Are they using the contracted delivery for that? Like the everyday people
it's the Amazon Prime vehicles or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And then US or UPS around here will tell us like within 2 hours. Like they'll be like, we'll be out there from like 10 to 2 or 10 to 11 or whatever.
See, I think that's the difference between a company and Amazon that is really technologically savvy, and then a company like UPS that's kind of been old school, been around forever, and they're probably just not thinking about things like that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I wonder if they don't want to tell us because they don't want to get robbed or something like that, you know? Like if you could track it. Maybe it's like security or something like that, but we should be able to know.
I would tend to believe most people that rob, which it does happen pretty often. Most of the people that rob delivery trucks and things like that have no delivery that they just know the route and they hit the truck on the route. I would think.
Yeah.
Because why would you want to trail by having a package and then that makes no sense.
Yeah, if you're online tracking,
so I might not think like one, so I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, man. If you're online tracking it, I know every year we see the stories every year of someone like robs UPS truck, gets a whole bunch of guns. You know, they rob a train or however they ship it, they get a bunch of guns or something like that. So, you know, you never know. And actually, was that the end of last year or the beginning of this year? There was like a whole robbery thing that went down here in Florida, and somehow a UPS guy I think they were trying to rob a jewelry store, and the UPS guy got caught up in the middle of it. But yeah, you know.
Wow.
Always something going wrong, but I think we should know better. Or we should just be able to, by now, you should just have like a box at your house. You need something, you pay for it, then the thing starts printing over there, and you get your thing.
Or just send it through the wormhole or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, so...
The Jetsons promised us so much.
Right.
The Jetsons, man.
The Jetsons just had tubes.
Right.
Not to change the subject, but do either one of you play with the 3D printing stuff? I know Flying Rich out there. I know he does a lot with
it. Richard right now is building. I don't know if he finished. Is he in the chat? Let me see. I don't see him.
I haven't seen him, but he may be.
Yeah. By the way, Walter says he hasn't signed anything lately either, so maybe they have a policy right now that
it would make sense. It would make sense.
Yeah. All of that's crazy too, man. Packages they've gotten dirtier. Have you noticed that? If you handle a package, you better go disinfect your hands. Like soap and water is not good. Have you noticed that?
It's
like,
probably
really
it's probably people in the warehouse, they forgot their gloves, so they're just scooting them or kicking them across the floor. That's probably what it is.
There's a lot of dirt on packages out there. So why are they worried about us? There's definitely Ebola all over that package. Right. Have you seen the stuff that's on a package?
There, you know what? Even in normal times, there's no telling on what's on this package. How many hands those it went through, and people being sick. Yeah. There's no telling.
Yeah,
Hank, I agree though, man. Some of the stuff that came from Afghanistan, there's like dust and dirt on it. It's like from Ohio to Ohio. How did you get sand? It doesn't seem possible.
It's like a special, nasty, grimy, extra. You know, we're worried about COVID-19. The frickin' dirt on those packages will kill us all at some point. You know, and then they're worried about like, oh, we don't want you to touch our equipment, but this dirt that's in the truck and we're breathing and handling all these packages, that's not going to do anything to us.
OSHA said that's fine.
Yeah, sure, right. What was the question though? I think Clover, you had a good question that I totally skipped over it. What was that question?
About 3D printers?
Oh, 3D printers. Yes. I don't have one. And I don't know
yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to rat out anyone that has it in case the ATF or someone is.
Well, I mean that's true. I don't mind ratting out because the guy I'm gonna rat out is the probably soon to be police chief of a local town here. But I went over to his place here a couple of weeks back. My wife's been making masks, and he had some grommets and some other things she could use because he just couldn't find supplies to do it. And I went over there. He's got a whole room and about 6 or 8 of them. And
6 or 8. Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's pretty heavy into the whole 3D printing game. He makes all kinds of things, and so I stayed over there for at least an hour talking about 3D printers and the best one to get into for a beginner printer and all this other stuff. So it's about to happen. That's probably where I'll spend some Patreon money.
Absolutely. You know, or some Trump money, man. If you get, I don't know, did you get any Trump money?
I've got Trump money. It's in it's in the bank, but yeah.
You put it in the bank? Shame on you.
Yeah, I did not. I'm one of those.
What's wrong with you?
I don't need it. What do I need, man? Come on.
You want to hold on to your Trump money? I bet you some people out there is framing their Trump money.
I'm afraid.
Trump money right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go down a conspiracy road here. Yeah. I'm afraid that next year's gonna hit. And you're going to be doing your income taxes, and they're going to go, "Oh, you remember that check we sent you last year? We want our money back." You know, and it's like, okay, I don't have $1,200 just sitting around. What's up? So,
I'm more afraid of the inflation.
Put it in a savings account. Put it in a savings account. Whatever. Let it draw interest. And if we need it, it's there. That's sort of what it's for, right? It wasn't really. It was for people, I think, anyways, for people that needed it. Yeah, it was to stimulate the economy.
It's for spending.
But I don't think it was for frivolous spending. I mean, how many people
out there? What kind of spending is there, though?
Well, how many people out there had to use that to pay bills, though? I'm sure a lot of people had to use that to try to pay bills or make ends meet. So.
For sure, but I don't know if that could pay. That can't really pay your bills. Did you get any Trump money, Adam?
Yeah, my wife and I and then the 2 kids got it, and I know they're talking about round 2 now. I don't know what they're calling the new bill. Doing it again, and it's like $1,200 per person. The kids aren't capped at 5 anymore.
That's great for you. Sucks for me. But on that though, and I didn't mean to interrupt Adam, but before I forget, since he does have kids and he's talking about that, did you get any money for kids, Hank, or did you get any at all?
I did eventually get Trump money. Yes. And let me see, my kids. Did we get anything for the boys? No, Lola says no. Okay. No.
Yeah.
My two are in college, so.
Yeah, there was an age cutoff, and even if they were in school, like my youngest daughter, I called her. She was like, I don't know if I'll get it or not. And I said, well, I don't think you will, and I don't think they're going to send us any money for you. No. And she talked to, she's graduated now, of course, but she's still got friends that are still going to school. And man, the Trump money they screwed over the college kids with Trump money, apparently.
Their asses don't need it. Well, nobody needs it to be.
It depends. There's some people out there. If they're out there on their own, they might.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe those people, I think, and the people who are losing their jobs, which is lots of people losing it. My 2 boys, I was telling Adam this. This is what they do. They wake up about 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon every day. Play video games until, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever with their buddies. This is all they do. The other day I came home, me and Lola got home tired. I think we got home like 10, 11, something like that. They're in there playing games and just screaming and shouting. Like they own the place, like they actually pay bills. It was making me mad. Yeah. I was like, I'm in my own house being all nice and quiet and everything. And they're just screaming and yelling with their buddies playing, I don't know, Gears of War or whatever game carrying on. I was like, man. So, yeah. We are pretty much doomed.
So the one thing that worries me is that, so like we always, like a lot of us always say, is that you're only like one generation away from losing something. And so now you've got people who, let's say maybe they just became adults, whatever. They get that money. Now they're saying they're going to do it again. So they do it again, whatever. It goes one, 2, or 3 or times, whatever. People are going to be accustomed to getting that. And then it could potentially, rabbit hole here, turn into that basic income they've been talking about. And then no one's gonna be able to do without it, because the reality is, it's just like when you get a better job, your spending increases usually with your better job. It might be a little bit, it might be a lot, who knows? But as you have these people that say, okay, now I've got my job, and now I've got an extra $1,200 every 2 months, 3 months, whatever. They become used to spending that, and then you almost have to be a politician that says we're going to keep this because they're used to it. So you can't take it away from them, otherwise you're not going to get voted in. And that's what worries me, is you have this rabbit hole now of this generation that might know that is normal. And for them, it's not going to be normal if you don't get it. And I think that's going to be the weird part. That's the part that, it's like airports. Like my kids will never know anything except for airports. You have to go in, you have to go through TSA, all these crazy checks, take your shoes off. Whereas when we were all growing up, you walked in the airport, you hopped on the plane, you could buy a ticket right at the counter and hop on a plane. And when you want to go meet somebody, you walked right through to the terminal. You met them as they got off the plane. You chit-chat. You ate dinner. You went somewhere. And so I think that's the stuff that, it's that weird stuff like that. Like even like commercials. I think I told Hank last time. My kids, when I grew up, we had channels like 3, 5, and 8. We had the bunny ears. and it was blurry 90% of the time. My kids, we were at my parents' house, and they were pissed off because their show went off. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I realized my kids had never seen a commercial.
Oh yeah,
and
mine don't look at commercials. Yeah,
and they're like, "What the heck?" I mean, it took me a second. I'm like, "Holy crap, you guys never seen a freaking commercial!" But it's stuff like that, though. I think it's going to change this country over time. It's just that little subtle stuff that happens. Yeah. And some of us are like, this shouldn't exist. Other ones are like, hey, at least I'm getting some of my tax money back finally. It's that weird thing, but I think people are going to get used to it. And once they're used to it, they're not going to want to lose it. And then it becomes your taxes, and we all get taxed more, so they can stay at home. Yeah. And that's my problem.
I think go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask Adam, are your kids old enough to understand the refund money, or are they young?
No, I got a 5 and a 9-year-old, so they're too young. All they know is it's funny to say the Rona, and you're going to catch the Rona.
Oh.
That's all they know.
I'm just thinking, I mean, if I had, teenagers, maybe preteens that understood the whole thing about, getting the $500 or whatever it was, they would probably want their $500. So.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think Clover's frozen.
I did. My audio's still working, though, isn't it?
Yeah. If, so they are too young to know that you got money on their behalf. So that's your money anyway. So.
Right, do that with gun money.
Yeah, you can get them some nuggets from McDonald's for, I don't know, $1.99.
They'll be happy.
Yeah, you spend the rest of the month. Look, I think it's one thing to do this like once or whatever, but if it becomes a regular thing, like you're saying, that's pretty much the beginning of the end right there, man. Universal basic income is gonna finish everyone.
Yeah. And that's what I'm worried about is when you see that kind of stuff and then people get used to it, they're going to vote it in because you're not going to vote against it. I mean, even if you're just a normal taxpayer, you're going to say, at least I'm getting some of my tax money back. The problem is at some point, you got to pay the piper and things go up.
Yeah. Walter says to make sure you tell your kids the reason why you have to take the shoes off at the airport. Because of the Walter's that guy that so every time you're traveling at the airport, you're like, we got to do this because of the terrorists. Some stupid terrorist trying to light his shoes on fire. That's why we got to do this. We didn't used to do this in the olden days.
That's what I tell my kids, I'm sure. I mean, it seems like it was yesterday, but I guess it was probably 10, 15 years ago. We didn't have to do any of this stuff. You just walked in, you walked out, nobody cared. And, now you can't even, it's just strange. It's crazy things like we've seen our generation, just like our parents saw and our great-grandparents saw, that we're living through that same thing. I mean, we're the first ones that really came up with computers. And, we're mostly tech savvy, but you go one generation higher, they're not always tech savvy, and one generation lower has known nothing but computers. So, it's just part of life, but it's a little scary that could be the new norm. Yeah. For some people.
It is scary. If it's going to ruin the world, it's going to be right now, because I think we've never had it so good in the world. Part of what we're all talking about, that we really have it really good. I just keep thinking about that versus how hard our parents and grandparents and all that worked. It's not to say that we're not working hard. I find myself working all the time and doing stuff all the time. I see lots of other people around me, but the younger generation isn't even necessarily like that, man. They've got it too good. They've got too much stuff at their fingertips. They don't even have to work to find something now. You just go to your phone and Google it.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point. I mean, I think it's that crazy stuff that, when you grow up that way, that's all you know. I mean, just like we only knew whatever way we knew at that time. But it's that crazy thing of, and really everything, the prices of everything are so cheap compared to what they used to be. I mean, I remember my dad tried to find a computer. You're talking $3,000 or $4,000, and back then that might as well have been like $10,000 today. People didn't have computers all the time. And I mean, boom boxes were a big thing. Like you had some money if you bought a boom box. Yeah. And now it's like, dude, my phone is half the things you used to spend $1,000 on.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I mean, but that's all our kids are going to know. And my kid knows his iPod can do everything that a phone can do except for a couple of things, and it was $300.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were kids, you spent way more than $300 if you wanted a decent camera, let alone a recorder, let alone a phone of some sort. I mean, some phones weren't even available back then except for the Nokias.
Yeah, but when we were kids, $300 was a lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
I can remember mowing yards all summer for portable CD player for like, you know, Walkman style CD player. Literally mowing yards all summer to buy
cassette,
that.
like a cassette one, or
No, it was a CD. This was pimp, man.
fancy.
This was when like the portable CDs had just came out. So, and I could actually remember prior to that, I could remember mowing a bunch of yards all summer to buy a component CD player. Not a boombox or anything like that, but you remember the old school stereos and stuff where everything was a component, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I had in my bedroom, and so I worked all summer and got that, and then like a couple of summers later or something, the portable ones come out, and so mowed yard all summer to just get. That's worth like $10 nowadays. You could literally buy them not too long ago, you could buy them in the dollar stores for like $10.
Kids won't even look at that stuff now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
not a phone. They don't want it. They don't even want iPods anymore.
No.
Well, it's funny because even like TVs, you look at the prices on things. I mean, who remembers trying to save up for a TV for your room, and it was big money. And now for like, $99, you can get a 32-inch smart TV.
Yeah, a TV for your room. Come on, listen, dude. I didn't get my own TV until I moved out. A TV for your room, that's like
right when I left for college, man, I saved up and bought my own TV, and I can't even tell you what I spent back then, but it was a lot of money.
yeah. I didn't get my own nothing. I didn't get my own bed until I moved out. I had to move out. I remember I moved out when I was 18. Other than that, you gotta like share a bed, sleep on the floor, sleep on the sofa, something like that. Yeah, much less have your own TV. But yeah, man, these kids, I don't know. And if something really bad happens in the world and they have to rebuild, done for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
For like us, I'm not saying we're not spoiled. We will be really upset or whatever, but we're like, oh, whatever. I guess I got to go and start chopping down some trees and build a house or whatever. These kids are just going to be like, when's the government coming? Is someone coming to do something about this? Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I hope that doesn't become a thing. I hope not.
That was part of the reason we have chickens and stuff. My parents have longhorn cattle. We have turkeys. But it's to show the kids things come from somewhere. It's like we still deer hunt and stuff like that. But to show them things come from somewhere. It's not just like you go to the grocery store and you pick something up and you go home. Something has to die for you to eat, for the most part. So I think a lot of people don't understand that anymore. I mean, they're just, we say spoiled. I don't know what the real word for it is. Maybe it's spoiled, but it's just we've grown so high. We have so far to fall is the problem.
Yeah. Clover, you can't put what's up with your camera? What are you up to, man? It makes me worried.
I'm working on it. I mean, you can't see me working on it.
Yeah, I'm worried about what you're up to.
So here's my story with the camera, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm working on it. So I don't have a webcam because before the whole Rona thing hit, about 2 weeks before, my webcam died out, right? So I'm using a phone that's Wi-Fi. I got an old iPhone that's got a Wi-Fi camera app on it.
Wow.
That is connected up. And actually, it's got a better picture than any webcam that I could afford to buy anyway. So, but for whatever reason, it is not connecting right now. So.
Oh, no. Okay. Understood.
I'm working on it, though, while we're talking. I'm here. I promise.
No. Okay. Keith Gregory says, who can remember when there was no cable TV?
Yep.
No, for sure. Absolutely.
And we got C-band satellite, and we were uptown, baby.
Oh man!
With the what is it? The Video Cipher 2, and all of that, where you could descramble the satellite. Yeah.
Yeah. Armament and Axis says in $300 in 1985 would equal $714 today. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm telling you, 1985, you could buy a decent car for $300. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Think about it. You probably did it back then.
Yep.
You probably did it back then. Used cars? Come on. Unless it was a Mercedes or a BMW or something, you could probably get a used car for like $300. And it'd be decent.
So I like. So the range commented, "Longhorn cattle are cool. I just ate 16 ounces of one."
I saw someone saying this somewhere. I can't remember where I saw it, but someone was saying that someone from the past, let's even, I mean, we've been exercising in the 80s or whatever, right? But if you really, if someone from the 80s really came today and saw like how many gyms and stuff like that there were, they'll be like, what's going on? You guys have it so good now that you actually have to work out?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
most people, there were people who worked out in the 80s. I remember it. I remember the spandex and the leotards and all that stuff. But really and truly, there wasn't as many gyms and people trying it. Like, everyone was, for the most part, there weren't a lot of big people.
Right.
People stayed skinny just from being busy or not eating so much.
Mm-hmm. And the fast food was still around, right? So I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was fast food.
there was
I
definitely
think,
people were not as active. There was something else going on.
Mm-hmm.
well, I think, and how much of it was the money? Because I mean, how many of you guys remember? I mean, I remember like McDonald's was like a treat. Like, if something really went well, we went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't have that 5 times a week. You might have it once every
Mhm.
month if you were lucky.
Yeah.
And that was like the just stuff like that, or like out here it's Little Caesars Pizza or Pizza Hut or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If my dad got paid, we had pizza. That was a celebration.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I think it was every Friday or something like that, or every other Friday. That was a celebration of a paycheck. Other than that, you have to like figure out something to eat.
yeah.
Right.
I remember eating PB&J, man, all the time. Like peanut butter and jelly was like probably 80% of your meals.
Yeah. Big Cliff said, "Who in here right now would buy a bottle of tap water in the 80s?" Yeah. What are you talking about? Water? No one went into a store to buy water.
Nope.
No. And today, water is competitive with milk. Do you know that?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the world's changing, man. It's pretty much doomed, like the old folks used to say. you know. John Voorhees says he works at McDonald's, right there. He's a young man. He's a young man. And there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's either, by the way.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I know people that started working at McDonald's and now own several. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good solid job out there. My kids need to go work at McDonald's or something.
Right.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Yes, I don't know how we wound up talking about all this stuff. Now we sound like three old dudes, to be honest with you. If I was listening to us, well, listen to these three old guys complaining, about the
Right.
world, how terrible the world is while they're live on the YouTubes. Yeah. In the olden days, you'd have to sit around the porch waiting for someone to walk by to complain to them about something. So, let's see what else is going on out there. Before we jumped on, last night I was talking about it before we ended the show. But so Honest Outlaw got deleted. I want to throw that up there for you folks who know Honest Outlaw. Looks like his channel got deleted. I think I was looking at this video that was on the Daily Shooter's channel. Basically, the Daily Shooter got a video from Honest Outlaw and posted it on his thing so that you can do a
Nice.
follow up because he has no channel to speak of. It seems like he got hacked, I guess, but they changed everything and somehow got that hacker out, and he was able to upload a video. But then by the time they got around to like midnight, YouTube totally pulled the channel down. So, and they're out there fighting to get it back right now. Hopefully they do get it back.
What was the hacker doing? Did they say?
He said that the hacker was posting videos, like Bitcoin videos, from what I saw. Which I don't know why someone would hack your channel to put up Bitcoin videos, but I mean, who knows what these guys are up to nowadays, right?
Well, if you've got a lot of subs or something, or you get a lot of views, they may think, okay, I can hack this channel. I can throw a few videos up,
Yeah,
and if people click over on whatever it is,
yeah,
then we
Yeah.
can get some traffic that way.
yeah. They can use you as some kind of machine to push something that they have to push.
Or a relay point to scam even more people, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then I guess YouTube said that they pulled the channel down because of his content, but I'm not sure why the Bitcoin videos would be bad content, or whether or not the guy put up other stuff, or somehow with everything going on that made YouTube pay attention, or what. To be honest with you, who knows? We were live on air yesterday, and we stayed live, but all of a sudden we couldn't see the chat feeding through, and lots of people trying to come in couldn't see anything anywhere on YouTube. But if you were already on YouTube looking at us or looking at any other videos, you could see it. But if you were trying to come in, you couldn't see anything. This went on for like 20 minutes.
Well, there's a lot to be said about the loads and the traffic and everything else going on too right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that has nothing to do with Honest Outlaw, but with the issues you were experiencing, I mean, could be. I know right now I use a StreamYard is what I use for, the live stream and stuff like that. And typically for recording the podcast interviews, that's what I'll use too. And I'll do them privately. And then I will download those once they are available on YouTube and then polish everything up, right? And man, for the last 3 weeks, month, I don't know, long time. I mean, it takes, you do something on StreamYard and before you can pull it off of YouTube and do your thing with it, it's literally like 24 hours. And normally it's like 30 minutes after you get done, but it's taking like 24 hours now. It's insane.
Wow.
Well, it's like cell phones. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I mean, ever since we went to this like home work stuff, I mean, even cell phone signals drop, and I mean, you can go on now in the middle of the day when internet used to be its best, and now it's at its worst because everybody's freaking doing their remote desktops or remote servers. It's just killing the internet.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting any better. They, it doesn't really seem like they're able to keep up with the load here. And it's amazing. Think of all those billions of dollars that we put into like expanding internet out to the countryside, right? That never happened. The internet, well, at least for me, I know where I live, it didn't ever get out there. I don't know about you guys, but it's not out where I live. There's no, there's no solid internet out there. And yeah, now there's this massive demand on it. I'm wondering how all those kids out in places like that were even able to get on to do any kind of schoolwork. So
they were doing in their more remote areas. They were doing like some hybrid model stuff. Because I know like out here, there's a lot of areas like my parents still have dial-up internet. Pretty much is what it comes down to. And we've even talked like I would love to move more to the country, but the problem is with jobs and stuff, you can't do without internet, and there's no internet out there. And so now it actually limits you from moving there because you have to give up, what for most people is just a daily part of life.
Yeah. I hope these are the kind of things that we actually do something about. If we want to spend money, let's spend money on some of this. If we're in the internet age and we're all going to get our brains chipped and then we're going to be downloaded, into the internet, could we at least make it work properly before?
Right.
I'm not getting downloaded into the internet. I'm definitely not chipping my brain. I don't know about you two. Would you put a chip in your brain if you would get your packages more securely?
That's a lot.
Oh, Adam's thinking about it.
Maybe. With the kids around here, I mean, it's the same way with, internet is iffy, cell service is iffy, and so in the larger areas where cell phone service is available or internet is available, the schools are actually, several of them are issuing hotspots and stuff like that. And then some of the ones that are more rural and stuff like that are actually old school. I mean, you've got to go like once a week or a couple times a week up to the school, like the parents did, and actually pick up the lesson plans, turn in the stuff, pick up the new stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, we got to keep, whatever we got to do to keep it going. That's what it's all about now. You guys want to talk about some gun stuff? Let's get into what I mean, I wish we had some cool.
What's that?
Yeah, guns. Oh my God, who knew about that? Wish we have. No! Don't do it!
Was that an UGG boot he was showing?
Yeah, that was an UGG boot he was showing. Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
like an UGG boot.
Yeah, Adam, you probably don't know this, but you can't mess around with anything here.
Can't show UGG boots.
Yeah, no, that's totally illegal. So, just letting you know. I didn't think I had to remind you of that, but apparently I did.
So it was airsoft. So depressing.
Yeah.
Warning.
Yeah, don't do it. That's all I could say to you. Man, this is going off the rails already with you guys. CloverTac has no camera.
I didn't do it. I didn't show a single solid. Hey, I can actually show something now. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Check out my screen. Check out this Henry lever action. I'm showing.
CloverTac is in his tank right now.
I'm working on it. I swear to you, I'm working on it. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy.
Yeah. Walter says, "Say goodnight, Hank." Might as well do it.
I just used this for an hour last night. Actually, I used it for an hour, a little over an hour yesterday, and then a little over an hour last night. So I don't know why I decided to.
Listen,
technology.
Can your people on Patreon just get you a USB? Good old Logitech.
Good luck finding one, dude. For this, like $450.
Really, a Logitech? USB camera.
When all of the Rona hit and everybody started working from home, companies started buying webcams by the thousands. Man.
Oh wow! So the webcams went up in price.
Yeah, you can't find. They're like black market webcams. What? You can buy them now. Yeah, you can't find a webcam at the store nowhere.
Oh, I've got an extra one here I could sell you for $1,000.
You could.
Look, here's my extra one right here.
Well, here's my thing. I think it's your silly. I'm blaming your silly Skype. Is what I'm gonna blame because I have had no issues with this until I get on your show. So.
Yeah, listen. You could drop out. You could drop out and come back in. It's not our fault you decided to use bubblegum and tree branches and.
It's not. It's not. That's not what it is, though, Hank. Because I've actually got the phone in my hand now. My phone will not connect to the service that's on the desktop that pulls in the feed. Is what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with Skype.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Adam? It's always the guys who know something about tech, supposedly. Mm-hmm. This is the problem. This is the problem that we have in the world. Do
we have any Indians in the live chat out there? I need some help.
I'm here, but I can't. I'm here, but I can't help you. I'm not one of those smart Indians.
You're not a tech support Indian?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
dangerous. It's dangerous with my camera off because it's almost like it's after chat or pre-chat or something.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid
right now you're just doing a big, massive Skype commercial. That's what's going on.
Anyway.
That's the thing with Skype. I wish I could. I need to figure out how with Skype to change that Skype logo. But because right now we're just advertising Skype, which I don't know if it's good advertising that the guy can't get his camera turned on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a Skype problem, I promise.
Listen, we can very safely blame Adam. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's Adam's fault.
We might as well. His day's going.
Yeah, he lost his optic. He jujued your camera. Who knows? He's just doing everything he's taking everything down, man.
Right. I got nothing.
Yeah. Len Holt says reboot your computer. Listen, don't give CloverTac tech advice, okay?
Boot it.
He doesn't even have a computer. It's just an iPhone.
Yeah. No.
I could do that. We're almost at the top of the hour. I could do that, I guess.
Yeah, reboot it. That's fine. We'll just talk about you while we're waiting for you to come.
And that would be different than any other day of the week. How?
No, it wouldn't be. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, let me try that. I'll reboot and I'll come back in.
All right, cool. Maybe we need to get that dude's wife. That's his wife. She'll know how to help you out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Help out your husband, for crying out loud.
On that note.
Oh boy. Yeah. All right. So we've learned some things. Hopefully, Adam. Hopefully we've learned some things. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I wish I could tell you any of us knew, man. But I tell you what, it's I'm seeing too many people who are enjoying different things, and it's just not the America we knew.
Yeah.
It's changing quick, man.
Yeah.
And we're all old apparently, so that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So what have you? I know there's no competitions going on. I don't think we've talked to you since this whole COVID thing hit, man. How have you been faring in all of this? You've been working, not working? Working from home?
No, I've been working probably like 50, 60 hours a week, waiting for competitions to start back up. Most have gotten canceled. Our first one that's back on is actually Sunday. Supposed to go to something tomorrow, but legal stuff at work has got me working all day tomorrow. But yeah, I think everybody's ready to go back to competitions. We're all getting ready. We all want to travel again. One of my favorite matches is the Red October match in Vegas. I really want to shoot that, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I mean, they're canceling stuff left and right. IWI sponsored 3-man 3-gun this year in PA, which is a big match, and we're just waiting to hear if it goes on. They're saying they're going to have it, but their state's going kind of crazy with this stuff too. So
yeah,
it's nuts.
I mean, the problem I think is going to be is that, so let's say things get better and things open up. When we hit the end of the year and we kick back into flu season, then they might go back to shutting things down again, which to me would be stupid, but whatever. I mean, we've already proven that we could do stupid.
Nah,
right? So,
I think you're right, man. It's when flu hits again, it could be a problem again. And I mean, really, you're talking like a couple months away. It's not even like it's 8-10 months. It's just a couple months. And then you look at everything else that's been canceled. I mean, heck, NRA show got canceled. I mean, if that's not a huge thing to get canceled, I don't know what is.
Well, everything around the world got canceled. So I'm trying to remember the last time. When was the last time you were on? I'm trying to remember. That was after SHOT Show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it was probably February. It was probably right before COVID.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about something. I think we were talking about COVID then, even. Because I remember being at SHOT Show. Do you remember that? And then there was a whole bunch of people that were sick, more than usual. Like, you always have people sick, but,
Yeah, because that was when, I think the last time I was on is when somebody put that funny meme together that was, you blasphemers who like Hollow Sun.
Oh.
Just find yourself.
Yeah. Oh, wait, where was that? Someone put that up on the internet or here on the show?
That was, it was right at the end of SHOT Show, like the end of the day. And somebody put that up about the China virus, and it was something about you blasphemers who are shooting for Hollow Sun, and it just it's one of the funniest things.
Yeah, let's see. Thai City says he says peace. My subscribers suggested your channel. Okay, thank you. We appreciate that. What does Thai City do? We're going to have to look into that. We're going to have to do some investigations to see what kind of stuff Thai City gets into. It's tough for me to do it here from the from this program that I'm using. But yeah, man, thanks to your subscribers, first of all, for suggesting us, and thanks for taking the time to come through here. You could, if you can, tell us what kind of stuff you get up to. I'm assuming that you're a gun guy. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't keep up with all the different people that are out there, but I'm just trying to see if someone sees something, let me know, or if Thai City, if you're hearing me, let me know what kind of stuff you do. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's funny. You can't even click on his name or anything to go. I thought you could click on it, but you can't click on his name or anything.
I thought you could from the chat, but like my system here that I'm using, I'm seeing like the chat is feeding through here. So
okay, see. I'm on the YouTube thing, and I can't click on anything.
Oh, you can't click on there either. Okay. Oh
nope,
wait, no, I see something. I see something here. Let's see. Let's see what this shows me here.
So I'm curious when we're talking about this COVID thing, it's going longer than a lot of people thought. I'm curious what SHOT Show 2021 is even going to happen.
Yeah, it looks like Thai City is into guns and trucks. That's what I could see.
That's a good combo.
Here. Yeah, so that's what I could see from here. Let me see if I could throw this up here. Yeah, Tyven Show. Do you know? Do you know Tyven Show? So there you go. Okay, he says guy stuff, guns, cars, crypto, red pill content. Okay. As long as I don't wind up getting hacked like like Honest Outlaw. I know I'm joking around. It's not even funny, but no, that's cool though. That's cool. Actually, so Tyven, I don't know if Tyven Show is in here. Tyven Show is actually a trucker also. He's big on the trucking thing. I don't know if Thai City knows Tyven, but Is Tyven in here? I don't know. I'll flip through this. If anyone sees Tyven in here, or anyone's communicating with Tyven, Armament and Axis is a CDL driver. So there you go. I think there's probably a lot of those tractor trailer, those trucker guys out there that are gun guys, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says, I came here for the missiles. You know those ones. Ass missiles? Came for the ass missiles. Yes. And then I would get in trouble with Lola because I was already told to stop talking about the ass missiles. But... all I need is just a little thing to remind me of that, and then I jump right. Look at who's back!
Holy cow!
Wow, you got that camera thing where it is a clear camera. Look at that. Look at
No,
that.
it's beautiful. I love it. But this is the only time I've ever had a problem with this, Hank. It really is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that honestly, whoever recommended, thank you for the restart. I was kind of hesitant of doing that because I figured it would take a while.
Yeah.
Because this is Windows 10, and Windows 10 updates like every 15 freaking minutes.
Yeah.
So what I think happened is I think Windows updated, and because this is like a software driver virtual camera thing, it probably screwed something up. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's working now though. What were we talking about?
Yeah. We were talking about truckers and guns. I think. Who was that recommended that you do the restart? Let me know who it was. I think I'll remember it once I hear it again. The person who said, "Hey, you should do a restart." We'll shout out that guy.
Whoever it was, thank you.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about ass missiles too.
Yes, we were also talking about ass missiles. Do you know about the ass missiles, Clover?
I don't guess so. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
If we find the guy who recommended Clover restart, I'll give him a Hank Strange patch.
I'll send him one too.
Yeah. We'll give him a Hank Strange patch. And don't everyone jump in there now and say that you're the one that did it. You don't know about the ass missiles, huh?
No. What?
So basically, this is an invention that we're working on here.
Oh, okay.
Show. Yeah. We're crowd inventing ass missiles, and basically, when we have problems with despots around the world, North Korea, all those different things.
And ass missiles.
Yeah, this is our solution. Like missiles specially programmed to go right up the Watuki. And you just it looks like you almost just caught one right there. You just,
up the poot tootie, as Johnny would say.
Yeah. Shout out to Ghost. I see Ghost Tactical out there.
What's up?
What's up with him? That's your arch nemesis. So there you go.
My arch nemesis. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the person took credit for it. Let's see.
I don't know.
Ghost said it was him.
Oh, it's Len Holt. It's Len Holt. No, it was not you, Ghost Tactical. It was Len.
That sounds right.
Yeah, wasn't it Len Holt? Okay, yeah. Len, we'll send you patches. Get in touch.
Hit me up, Len Media at CloverTac.com or the website, or you know how to get a hold of me, surely. So fine, I'll get you a patch out.
Yeah. And Party Dog US Top Gun says, "Oh yeah, there are a lot of us trucking / gun guys out here all over every day. Just can't wait to get back home and get out on the gun range." Yeah.
Well, soon as they're open.
If it's an outdoor one, probably.
Right.
Those indoor ones, I don't think the indoor ones are good for you at all. But we got a competitive shooter here. Yeah. What do you?
It depends on the ventilation system, and most of them. I mean, if you're talking about freer states, don't really have those types of regulations. So
Mm-hmm. What do you think about this, Adam? This is a thing that's right up your alley.
Okay, I thought you was going to say something else, but okay.
Right up your alley with an ass
right
missile.
up your Watuki. No, I tried.
I just made that word up on the spot. So.
You did it very confidently, so now we all believe it. No, I don't. We shoot at a couple indoor ranges, but I mostly try to avoid them, just because A, they're super loud, even with good hearing protection, and B, I've yet to go in one. Even we have one down the road who actually has really good ventilation, but it's still you breathe in a lot. I mean, you breathe in a lot. I like being outside anyways. Airflow and stuff like that. You got to worry about the lead, but it also snows like 4 feet up here, so there's also perks to having indoor ranges in the middle of the winter.
It's true. This is true.
Yeah. So you're against indoor ranges also, right, Clover?
I'm not against it. No,
Okay.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I was against it. I don't think it's as. I mean, you're going to be breathing. I mean, most of what you're breathing in is coming from the primer anyway. You know, so technically you're going to get that outdoors just as much as you're going to get it indoors because you're right there next to it. But
maybe. I mean, so I don't know. I can't verify this, but we had my sister's keeper, who's a trainer, and she worked at an indoor range, and she said that it was so bad at her indoor range, and they had like all the filtering systems and all that, but it would make your nose bleed.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, so there's no way I'm not doing that. I'll go work at McDonald's.
When I got tested for lead last time when I was shooting indoors, lead count was high. When I was shooting outdoors, lead count was way lower. So, I mean, it's a sample size of one, but definitely noticed a huge difference between indoor versus outdoor.
Yeah. So, do you?
But Adam's right though. I mean, we don't have that problem. And there's my camera flickering, but we don't have that problem here in Texas necessarily with the weather. But I can see where with outdoor range weather could be an issue.
Yeah. Do you worry about lead a lot, Adam?
I mean, not so much because I'm usually shooting outdoors, but with reloading and stuff, I keep an eye on it. I don't go crazy about it, but put the air filter on, it's like that when I'm downstairs doing stuff. But I've seen some dudes that I know. I mean, their lead count's been like crazy high, and they've had to take precautions for it. So
yeah.
But it's out here in the winter. I mean, we've got 6 months of winter, so if you have 6 months where you can't shoot outside, you have to go inside. That's a lot of time. I mean, some of these guys that shoot 3,000-4,000 rounds a month, that might mean every Saturday and Sunday you're at the range. That's a lot of lead.
Yeah. What about you, Clover? You worry about that?
Oh man, I melt lead down and drink it for breakfast.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I do melt lead down though. I do a lot of casting and stuff. So I mean, it's.
Yeah. You too low to the ground to worry about lead? What's the?
Well, I mean, you take certain precautions, and then outside that, what are you going to do? You know. Yeah. So it's the same with everything. I mean, be as responsible, protect yourself as much as you can, but outside of that, I mean, a little bit of exposure. Good Lord, what are you touching? It's kind of like we talked about the dirty packages, right? Dirty packages that are received from UPS or FedEx. I need to be specific since you wanted to talk about the missiles there for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what do we touch in our day-to-day lives and handle and play with that's got no telling what on it? So what's the difference?
Yeah. Oh, well, I think lead is the thing. I see Kathleen Music Lover says she tested positive for lead. VSO, which I think he's from Ohio, if I'm not mistaken, right? VSO is in Ohio, right? Yeah, he had some lead
they're in Ohio.
Yeah, he had some lead issues the last time he was on. I've got a friend out in Nevada that's had some serious issues from lead. I guess it could be a thing, man, and it might take you a while to even realize that it's doing something to you, But I never thought about it that much either until I started hearing all these guys like, I'm having this problem or that problem. I see John Crump out there. Shout out to Crump.
Crumpy.
He says, I use gloves when I clean my guns. Yeah. And I got some D-wipes.
I try to. D-wipe. The wipes? You've got D-wipes?
Yeah.
Man.
Is it D-wipes or D-wipes?
I don't know.
I got these from Barnauls.
I got the better ones. I got the A-wipes.
A-wipes.
couple of grades better.
Yeah. I mean, I used to not think too much about it, and then I was shooting with my buddy Josh Tarrant, and he had these baby wipes, and I'm like, what do you got baby wipes for? He goes, because they're like quarter the cost of the lead wipes, and they were he wipes everything off. So I started carrying. I got a thing of baby wipes now in the range bag that we just we take everywhere.
Yeah. So don't these D wipes have some kind of thing to help you with lead? I don't know.
Yeah.
If your baby's butt has lead issues, you got bigger issues.
They do, but I mean, at the end of the day, cleaning your hands is cleaning your hands, Yeah.
So. Well, and because at least for us, like when you're shooting a match, you don't usually run up and wash your hands before you eat your sandwich. They have sandwiches down there. You just grab one and eat. And that's the one thing that everybody told me about is that's what you got to watch. Is you sit there and you eat your apple, whatever, when your hands got lead all over from shooting. It's now in the apple. You just internalized it.
Yeah.
So I know we've done stuff like that, but
yeah, we all have. I'm pretty sure.
Right. It's stuff 10 years ago I never worried about. And now I'm like, I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think we should be careful, try to mitigate it. I know one of my friends that really had it bad is because he was dragging his steel out onto the range, and then putting it back in the truck. So now you're just handling that, and that's, and
gloves.
if but even if you're like washing up and all that kind of stuff, that level of handling without gloves is going to transfer a lot of lead into your system. And then even the gloves, at some point you have to throw those things away, right? So we probably tend to keep gloves too long. Even if you're washing them, like how do you go about getting the lead out of those gloves? Probably in the end, you just toss them.
Yeah, just disposable gloves. I mean, would be the that gives you no protection from craters or burrs or something like that on the steel, which is optimal. I mean, whenever I'm handling steel, I'm usually wearing my work gloves or something like that, just in case I catch a jagged edge or something. But
I've gone to those cheap, like, they used to be more expensive, those like leather type ones, like the cowhide type ones that are, Walmart's got like a 5-pack's like $10. I just get those, put them on, do stuff, and then, once a month or twice a month, you toss them out.
Yeah.
You're still,
The mechanics, I think, were good and relatively cheap. I think there's probably some mechanics ripoffs. I used to wear gloves a lot when I started this, and everyone's like, oh, that's not macho. You gotta go with your bare hands like a real man. And then that, like, subliminal brainwashing programming, I guess, used to get to me, and I'm trying to get more into it. Because, yeah, man, all those people talking about that macho stuff, when you're all, decrepit somewhere because you got lead poisoning, they won't know you.
Right.
They'll just talk bad about you.
Right. Well, I think everyone's like, oh, yeah, be macho until they're shooting a match and they take a burr on their hand, they rip it open, and they're like, then they complain the whole match, I'm only shooting bad because of the burr in my hand.
Yeah. You got to try to wear protection, as badass as you think you may be. So, I would definitely think about it. I think we have to try to think about it a little bit more and be careful. So, Party Dog US says, okay, since everyone has a face mask, then the mask will work well on the range plus gloves, and we're good to go. I don't use a mask on the range. I don't know if that mask is good. Is N95 going to help you on the range?
It's going to filter particles, but some of it depends on if you're moving and shooting and stuff. I had lung surgery 15 years ago. I can't breathe underneath the mask. I literally turning red because I can't breathe.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Is there anyone out there that feels better with them? I think the mask is a placebo for this whole thing.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. So does anyone think that mask is actually doing anything for you? In a regular thing.
I think the mask could do a lot, but I don't think that it's, when we talk about specifically Rona, I don't know that it's necessarily that effective. However, if we were a society like a lot of the Asian countries are, that you see people wear masks all the time. I see like Asian people even around here that are that way, that wear masks all the time. It's weird.
They wear that because of us. They don't like us. That's
something culturally. It's something culturally or something, I guess. I don't know, but there's something to be said. What, again, like I said, what do we touch? What do we breathe in? What do we on a daily basis that can make us sick? And so, if you want to wear one, wear one. What I find weird is, at any other given time, wearing a mask would be like this big red flag to call the police because somebody walked into a place of business with a mask on, right? Their face is covered. We can't identify them. Blah blah blah. Right.
And some places you can't carry concealed and wear a mask also.
Yeah. Right.
That's a law.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then did you guys see the guy who they told him to wear a mask? He put on a Ku Klux Klan hood.
Yeah, seen that.
Jeez.
Troll level 100 achieved.
Yeah. Every time I say this, I feel like I have to remind people because there's always someone out there that's going to look at me and go, oh, you're not worried about the guy who wore the KKK mask. You're a traitor. It's stupidity that we created. I think the KKK is horrible, all of that nonsense, but we created this stupidity. And then there's people that are mad now because they can't press charges against him. Right. Well, how are you going to press charges against him when you told people to wear some kind of mask?
To wear a mask, right. Right.
You know,
I don't know. I mean, not a bright choice of a mask to choose to use, of course. And I don't know. I mean, I didn't read enough into that story to know if this guy really feels that way. That's why he had the
well, I don't
laying
think
around.
I don't think they know who it is. Yeah, we don't know that about him, but we do know that it had to do with this thing. And it could have gone bad for him, man. A bunch of black bikers or something could have rolled up in there.
Right.
And be done for.
That's why I said not a smart decision.
No.
Even if it was innocent and he was just legitimately trolling. Not a smart decision.
Yeah.
But an awesome troll nonetheless. I'll agree with that.
There's going to be more. I could just tell you that right now.
I'm waiting on the Michael Myers and the whatever, the hockey masks and things.
Yeah. There's going to be some more of that.
So, I mean, when we joked about earlier, like, what would have been like 1980s till today, imagine 1980s saying you have to wear a mask to go in a bank.
Right.
They'd be like, wait a minute. I don't want to get shot here.
It's going to go wrong.
Now it's like, oh, yeah, you have to.
Something's going to go wrong. Something's going to go wrong. Yeah, man. Okay, so let me just get to this real quick here. This is on AmmoLand News. I'll share that with you guys. Let's see here. So we scroll down. Of course, there's an article up there about the podcast for everyone to check that out, talking about podcast 564 with American Gun Chick and Matt from Ballistic Inc., as well as Babyface P. He was on there, but we didn't put him into the thumbnail. But Crumpy is talking about this lawsuit filed over DOJ's Second Amendment FOIA foot dragging. So there you go. Shout out to this
FOIA
lawsuit that's getting dropped here. Yeah.
Say it 6 times real fast. Now.
FOIA foot drag, FOIA foot drag, FOIA foot drag. The whole thing is like DOJ's Second Amendment FOIA foot dragging. There you go. A lawsuit was filed Thursday by Stembele. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Stembele? I don't know how you... Anyway, Stembele Law PLLC in United States District Court, District of Columbia against the Department of Justice. The complaint filed on behalf of this correspondent was made necessary due to the DOJ's failure to turn over records relating to a Freedom of Information Act FOIA request seeking documentation of department actions in defense of the Second Amendment. It goes on here. Oh, this is not even Crumpy's. Where's yours, Crumpy?
He just put his name on it?
No, that's not his.
No,
that's not his. That's
like,
somebody. Where's your lawsuit?
Maybe that's what is it. What do you call it when you write something under a different name?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at first. I didn't look at the name long enough. Where's your one? What's your one, Crump? Which lawsuit are you talking about? And how far down do I have to go on this thing, Crump?
I know he said he was like dropping this major article, and then I went over there looking for it, and I never could find it. So.
Yeah, so I picked that one because I thought it was the first one. Where is it, Crump? What's the headline? Maybe it's not there yet. Okay, so yeah, things are getting better. We're definitely doing better here on the podcast now. This is one of those Fridays, by the way. This is definitely
this is the 13th. It's not the 13th.
This is going to be one of those Fridays.
John says it's why I sued the governor of Virginia.
Oh, why I sued? I don't see that here.
He said you passed it.
Do any of you guys see that? Let me see. I'm going real slow. Do any of you guys? Oh, I see it. Okay, fine. Boom. All right, let's correct this. Why I'm suing the governor of Virginia. There it goes. And this one says by John Crump. Okay. All right, we verified it. Today I joined Silver Eagle Group by being represented by McCandish Liddit in a lawsuit against Governor Northam for violating my rights under Article 1, Section 13 of the Virginia State Constitution. So he's in Virginia. Governor Northam has always says he wasn't going to split up the state when it came to the easing of restrictions due to COVID-19. That is, of course, until he did just that by separating Northern Virginia and keeping us shut down while the rest of the state reopens. That includes indoor ranges like my home range of Silver Eagle Group in Ashburn. So there you go. That's the article. State shut down. So this is all part of their thing, right? They want to make it more difficult to have ranges, which seems to me very unsafe. You know, they're going after guns, which is terrible. But then you're also going to go after the place where people go train with guns responsibly and to learn safety and all that. That doesn't make any sense. So,
I mean, then you can complain about there's nobody. Then you can legitimately complain that nobody's getting training, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, you guys go check that out. You know, put the article up. You can read the other article too. The other article seemed good also. Yeah, let's see. There was another article here, speaking of John Crump, that I wanted to go to. Let me see if I could find this. Well, first of all, I found a bullpup, guys. So I'm going to talk about the bullpup here for a second. Let's go to that one. Yeah.
Another UGG boot.
Yeah, American Tech. This is on the screen because we all know that we can't handle firearms.
Why can't we see the screen?
Oh, you have to look at the broadcast. You guys can't see the screen because you're coming in through.
What a bunch of your streaming service here is worse than my webcam, Hank. Come on.
Listen, can we just be happy for what we have? Okay.
No,
as your camera flashes in and out.
It does, yeah. It's like, hey, it's still working though.
Yeah, it is. It is. Congratulations on that. American Tactical's new Bulldog 12 gauge shotgun. Check that out. Yeah, it looks good. The Bulldog is an American Tactical's latest import from Turkey. This shotgun offers contemporary look and modular design while bringing function and reliability to shooters of all kinds. The Bulldog is a semi-automatic 12 gauge with a 3-inch chamber. It has an 18.5-inch barrel and an overall length of 26 inches. It's got a Picatinny rail, all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to see if it uses a proprietary magazine here, which it kind of looks like that. Additional 5-round and 10-round magazines. So you got 5 rounds and 10-round magazines. But it's from Turkey, so I hope it works. I would like to get my hands on it because it's tough to get these semi-automatics that work properly as shotguns. I don't know what you guys think, but
yeah, I think to really it seems like to get one to really work really well, you got to go like Dissident Arms or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really got to get something that's tuned, not just like Sega is really probably the best entry one, it seemed like, but they weren't, Yeah. You had a Sega that worked, you had one that couldn't run.
Yeah. And then we all remember the TSOS fiasco. That was a pump though, right? TSOS was pump, right?
Was that a pump?
I can't remember now. I thought that wasn't that a pump? Yeah, that was a pump.
Yeah,
the semi-autos usually have the TSOS is a whole other thing. Yeah, I think that was a pump. I remember that firing when you didn't even like you pump that thing and it fires on its own.
So like slam fire?
Yeah.
I still want my
old school, man.
I still want my AA-12, man.
Yeah. Oh, AA-12s, man. Those are illegal right now. Illegal.
I know. That's what I want, though. That's the one.
Yeah. How is the IWI one? I'm gonna ask the guy with the big IWI on his chest. And please don't show us one. Yeah.
Here it is, right here. It runs really well. I mean, I enjoy mine a lot. It runs almost everything. They put a lot of work into it to make sure it ran, from bunny fart loads to high-end slugs.
Mm-hmm.
I just like having bullpups too because it's super compact. You can do different stuff with it. Mm-hmm. And then it's got 15-round capacity, which is awesome as well.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I would change is I'd put a mag on it instead of it's got
don't even look down at the ground. Okay. Yeah. Don't even look down.
Like, what do you look like down there?
That's intent. That's intent, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of that.
Keep your eyes up.
Intent to show a firearm.
Yeah. And that's semi-auto, right? Magazine fed.
Yeah, that's semi-auto.
Okay. Yep. So how?
It's not magazine fed. It's got like a tri.
It's got that.
A tri tube. Yeah.
It's kind of
like
it's kind of like a 612 kind of thing. So you know, like how the Cry Precision 612 has that
Yep.
like cylinder you could pop in there. So it's got like 3 different barrels. You could pop them in, and you can have other barrels and pop them in. How does that? I don't know because I can't get IWI to send me one for testing. So
I'll have to get on Jeremy about that.
yeah, you know, I think IWI is scared of me. You know, so.
Well, I mean, Jeremy, he's scared of a lot of people. Doesn't like to speak his mind about anything.
Yeah. Jeremy seems no. Let me not even start that with Jeremy because I would definitely. I'm not even gonna go down this path with him. I don't think he understands jokes at all.
He's just raging out right now.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I hope he's not actually looking at this. But yeah. Yeah. Also, FSU is really terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I told him that, and he actually told me you wouldn't know any better.
That's true. I actually don't know any better. So yeah. So how does that whole system works pretty good? You think?
Yeah, it works. It works well. You can load from both sides, which I think was a plus. For a lot of guns, you can only load from one side or the other. I think having dual loading sides works. All the controls are really good on it. Like I said, the one thing I would change is I'd make it a mag fed. That's the one thing I would change. I'd put a mag on it. And I would do, given it's a bullpup, I'd put a 10-round drum or 20-round drum or, a modular size stick mag on it.
But I think there's probably a reason the IWI went with that kind of tube system because these mag-fed things they're a problem.
Right, and I would say, I mean, given the user base is more like military or like a tactical guy, I would say you would have to go with conventional tube style because I mean, even the guys in competition who've got $400 or probably $200 tuned magazines have issues. Now imagine you're the dude who's out there practicing and you're in the rain, the mud, you're laying on your side trying to dump rounds.
Yeah.
I don't see it working that way. I mean, the perk of competition is there's nothing besides your pride on the line. When it comes to your life being on the line, the conventional tube style still, I mean, it just rules everything. That's why people still shoot those.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think, like you said, just the Saigas are closest that's magazine fed that works. I'm trying to remember if those work all the time. I have shot those, but I'm trying.
I would say they're. I mean, I don't want to say they're as bad as 50-50, but they're definitely not. You're definitely not 100%. I mean, the ones I saw that buddies had, you'd have 2 that ran, and you'd have one that would never cycle, and then you had one that only liked certain ammo, and the other one only liked slugs, and you just kind of messed it until it ran.
Slugs, that's a big part of it, man. They don't like there's some that don't like cheap stuff.
Right, and that's why I think the IWI gun, the TS12, I think that's the perk with at least going with that tri-tube design is that it's almost as reliable as a pump action, and the price isn't astronomical. Because if you're a law enforcement guy or whoever, or tactical guy, I mean, how many departments are going to drop $3,000 on a gun and then $150 a mag, and then hope that it's 90% reliable?
Yeah,
there's not going to do that. Not when you can get a Remington 870 or something like that for a couple $100 and it's 99% reliable on the box.
Yeah, I mean, if they can drop 150 or whatever it costs for an MRAP, they could, they could afford to get some good guns.
Probably.
But so, what do you think? Have you ever shot the KSG? I don't know if either one of you guys have shot the KSG.
Yeah,
you've shot the KSG.
I've actually got one. Got one downstairs.
Also, don't look in the like when you say you have something. Don't flinch. Don't flinch. Okay, so I don't know. You might be biased. Clover, have you gotten a chance to shoot this IWI? Their 12 gauge?
No.
I've handled it. Have you handled it?
No.
Oh, okay. I've handled it, and it seemed thinner than I thought it was going to be, but I haven't had a chance to shoot it. Just tell us, compare those two. Well, I don't know. You might be biased. You got the IWI.
No, I think, I know some of the KSG guys, when you shoot competition, we shoot with them. I think the KSG is a good shotgun. The only thing I don't like about it is, the new ones that are more reliable, I think they're better. But I think the one thing that's always freaked me out is because it's a pump action. When you rack that thing, I've seen too many dudes that, whether it's sweat, rain, blood, whatever, their hand goes out and it goes right in front of the barrel. And then I think the other thing is the ejection pattern going down is a really weird ejection pattern. I've seen some that hit the guys right in the wrist. I mean, their wrists are like bright red by the time they're done.
Yeah.
If not all cut up.
Yeah, I've got Nick's. I've still had. Well, I don't know if anyone could see it. Actually, I don't know if you guys could see it. I don't think so. But I've got Nick's on my wrist. It's wearing out a little bit now from the KSG. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the downside of KSG. I think now that the price has come down, I think it's right where it's probably the sweet spot price wise compared to. I mean, what 10 years ago they were $1,500, $1,200 was like if you found one. Now that they're like $5.99, $6.99, I think it's a good value for what it is. But I think the ejection pattern is the problem. CloverTac has a reputation of 5 work and 2 will never cycle in their entire life, even when you send them back 3 times. They're getting away from that. Though. I'm seeing more like reliability from that. But I think the other thing, just in general, is just the pump action on that just worries me. I've seen too many dudes that their hand goes in front of the barrel when it slides off, and that would worry the crap out of me.
Okay. Yeah, I would have to. I'm gonna have to get my hands on one and do a comparison of that. Let's see. Kathleen Music Lover wants to know if you have the IWI pistol.
Masada?
Are we talking about the Masada?
I do. I can't pick it up.
Yeah.
They're pretty nice. They're pretty nice.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
okay.
I got the Masada. I like it a lot. I think they did a really good job with it. The only things that I recommend when people buy it, when they get them, is you want to do skater tape, wherever they call it now, and or stipple the grip. I think it's a little bit on the slipper side. And then the great thing now is Taylor Freelance is doing +5 round extension mags for them. So now you can get 21 rounds for a relatively low price. But other than that, I mean, I don't know of a pistol in my mind that for 420-ish out of the box is optics ready, reliable, and
that's
has
the price on that. 420.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot from between 420 and 450. That's usually the sweet spot I've seen. And I mean, for those prices, I mean, I don't know how you find a gun brand new that shoots that well out of the box.
That's what got me was that IWI was putting something out like that in that kind of a price range. That kind of blew my mind when.
Yeah, that's a low range for IWI. I agree with Clover on that one. Yeah. Usually you got to sell 3 guns in your firstborn to get a gun from IWI.
It's not an IMI Jericho, but it's a pretty good pistol.
Yeah. When I first heard about it, I just assumed that street price was going to be like $700-800, and then when I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, at that price, you're going to clean up. And I think if they can get some threaded barrels out there, I think that'll be a huge thing. And then if they get some ones with some trigger jobs, I think those are the 2 upgrades I'd like to see over time. Because I like to shoot suppress, so I think a threaded barrel would be awesome. And then a trigger that brings it down to like 2-3 pounds, I think would be cool. So aftermarket job.
Yeah, everyone's telling us how to show the guns, because they know how to jump through loopholes. R-rated Axis says you can turn the camera down there. Someone says turn the camera on and off and do all this kind of stuff.
Just before, what we need to do is when we come into pre-show, we need to have the guns we want to show, right? And we need to hold them up and point at them or whatever and take a screenshot and then just share the screenshot.
Yeah, well, or also we could just go to IG. So let's say, what's your?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But what you want on IG is just run over there.
What's your IG, Adam?
Adam _SA.
Okay, _. There's so many Adams that I'm following.
SA? Boy, when he goes to Mexico, it's got to be tough because they're like, hey, Adam, SA, what's up, SA?
Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so let's go see what he has. Let's see what Adam Sessa. Where's that name from? Is that Portuguese?
No, it's my last name is really Litke, but Shield and Sword Academy was a training company I still have, and I just have it for that.
Okay, so let's see. Now, where is what are we talking about? The Jericho? Do you have the Jericho?
Masada. Yeah, it's on there. Masada is, I'm looking real quick.
Which one of these is it? Okay, you're showing lots of Hollow Sun optics in here. I see.
Does that make you upset, Hank?
No,
Oh, okay.
No, I'm I'm trying to find, what is this gun?
Oh, that was Adam. That was Adam that didn't get his stuff.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that was him. Okay, you got lots of good stuff. So if you guys want to see any of these things, you can go on over. You can also go to CloverTac. Let's see. I'll throw up CloverTac on here too.
Yes, you could.
There you go.
Or you could go to Fud Life. Either one.
Fud Life. Oh, that's something you got now. Fud Life.
Yeah, I've had Fud Life for a while. FUDDLYFE.
Wait. LYFE.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Boom. There you go. Oh, I didn't know about Fud Life. I'm gonna follow you over there also.
It's just straight up. The CloverTac's got all kinds of weird stuff. It's just the social media side, right? But the Fud Life is just guns.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
No politics, no memes, no, just guns.
Yeah. Kathy and Music Lover says would rather own a Jericho. Let me go see if IWI has these things more directly on there.
Agreed. I got a Jericho on Fud Life. I bet.
And Kathleen asked what the optic is. So, Kathleen, I run a 508T version 2 from Hollow Sun. That's the optic I have on there.
Yeah. So here's the Masada. Here's the Masada on IWI International. So there you go. That's the IWI there. I'm looking through the IWI site right now. This is usually when I go to the IWI site is how I wind up looking at those IDF chicks. That's my next bridge after that. Next thing I know, I'm looking up. Oh, why you come in for my phone for? Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, text it to you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, I thought I was getting in trouble there with Lola. Talking about.
I thought if your screen went blank and then you disappeared, we'd know what happened.
Talking about the IDF chicks there. So, let's see. Chris Delboy says IWI should do a High Point clone and call it the Putz.
Putz.
All right.
Okay.
There we go. Have you gotten any new? Is there anything new that you've gotten that's on your IG that we can go to? You want to show off some stuff? This is how we have to do it, Adam. You have to learn the system here, the ropes.
This is insanity. It's like, hey, we're technologically advanced. Now let's go back to the old way of doing things.
Yeah, we could show you something on IG. We could show you video. I could go look over here and see if I see Adam shooting any guns or something like that. But we can't actually do it live for some weird reason.
Makes no sense.
They don't trust us. They don't trust us with that.
The IWI Zion's on there. I don't know where. It's like the 12th picture down, maybe. That's their new AR-15 that's made right here in the U.S. That was their way of getting in the manufacturing here in the U.S. So that's the first gun they're making here in the U.S. and doing everything.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I see you. There's some video of you competitive shooting here.
There are.
Yeah. Let's see. This looks like a Tavor 9mm, I want to say. With a stupid-ass long magazine. How long is that magazine? That's a Mandingo magazine on this gun.
It's Cerakoted on it. It says Black Mamba as a joke. But
I haven't seen this video. Did you see this, Lola? This is crazy.
It's 66 rounds from Taylor Freelance.
Look at how long this magazine is that he has here. Look. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Look. So wait, who's selling that? Who's selling that magazine?
Taylor Freelance. It's two 32-round mags welded together with a plus 10 base plate. So it's like 66, 67 rounds.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so you guys go check out Adam_Sassa for that if you want to see that. Do you have any shooting on your thing, CloverTac?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things every now and then. Yeah.
Video-wise, you got some chicken wings on there. I'm gonna show the chicken wings.
Some chicken wings. Oh, you're talking about
those
keto. The keto chicken nuggets.
Yeah. These look delicious.
Those are keto, man.
Oh, that's keto. Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing keto now, huh?
Yeah.
You can get lost. You can get lost on. Wait, there's some Henry. You got some Henry rifles on here. These are cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the Texas edition, of course.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, nice Texas edition.
What's the other one?
The other one. What is the other one?
It's just a classic.
Oh, okay. And what caliber are these in?
They're both 22.
22. Okay, very nice.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the second picture is the 3030. Like the second picture up from the
Second
top.
picture up from the top.
Yeah, I just got it in the other day. They sent that to me about a week ago, I guess. And then Browning sent me some ammo. So.
Oh, here you go. That's a nice picture, actually.
It's supposed to storm this weekend, so I probably won't get to do T&E with that this weekend. But it's sitting here waiting.
Yeah. I actually have. There's going to be a video that we have coming out where I interviewed Daniel from Henry Rifle. I just shot that today, actually.
So I'm jealous because I can't get them on. I can't get them on my podcast. I mean, they're great to work with. They work with me on all kinds of other stuff, but they're just. I don't know. They're gun shy. No pun intended, I guess. About
I mean, I'm special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all know that. We all know you're special. Hanky's special.
That too. Both specials in one. All the specials. But yeah, no, I do have an interview with Daniel coming up here. We were like checking in on Henry Rifle, see how everything's going with them. So that should be coming up soon. One thing I could tell you from there, they had to shut down the Bayonne, New Jersey plant because of COVID-19. So that's one thing that's going on there. But that I'll let you guys know as soon as that's out. I actually have to do a write-up, man. That's the hard part. It's so easy to shoot the videos, then you got to sit there and come up with some stuff to write.
You need to get into doing it more often. It won't be such a big deal.
No, it's just a matter, I mean, it's time.
I like to write. I write for GearReport.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I love doing it, but it's one of those things that I've got to get into the groove. I hate getting started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I decide to write an article, it's like, bam, I write one, I write one, I write one. And I'll write like 6 in 2 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just getting started for some reason with writing.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of writing. I mean, that's one of the... one of the things I want to do is write stories, but not necessarily like gun stuff. I want to shoot it,
right?
But if I want to write some fantasy or some sci-fi, then,
the thing with writing a review versus filming a review is you've got attention spans out there are crazy, right? People are more apt to, I think, read something longer than they'll watch something. For whatever reason. It's just a different type of people that reads that stuff. And so you can be a lot more descriptive and put a lot more data and specifications and a lot of
other writing
into the writing than you really can in the video.
Okay. You know what? I try. Anyway. No, I understand exactly where you're coming from. If I write, I try to give some flavor that wasn't. Because I feel like if I'm doing both, your butt needs to go look at the video.
And here's the other thing.
That's what you need to do, and then I need to give you some flavor that's not in the video, maybe.
And here's the other beauty about writing and rubbing my hands together for a reason. You can put all kinds of affiliate links in the articles.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Do you do any writing, Adam? I know you. Does that is that something you get into or?
I've done some for some people when they've asked me to do like 3-gun stuff or USPSA things like that. I've written. It's hard for me because I kind of want to do what Clover's talking about. I want to put more into it, and I've noticed that even when you look at even articles of whatever type, if it goes more than like 2 paragraphs, people start to lose interest. And
it goes blank.
And it's like videos now. It's like if it's not 60 seconds or less, I can't even watch it. And it's like we'd have killed for this 20 years ago to have stuff like this at our fingertips, and now it's like, it took me more than 2 minutes. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I get torn between my work stuff. It's always longer essay type stuff. And then you do stuff online, it better be like 2 paragraphs or less. Otherwise, people just don't want to. A lot of people just don't want to listen.
Yeah,
so
that's why
it's that balance.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do is give you some flavor of what's in the video, but you got to look at the video. But then here you get some flavor from what I'm like things I'm thinking afterwards when I'm looking because for me I was shooting video just to see what I was doing when I was shooting, right? So when I started shooting, it was the kind of thing that was happening. I was recording it, and of course, I don't want to waste that, so I take it and throw it up on YouTube. But I'm also looking at it to see what am I doing wrong, and then other people get to critique me or whatever. So there's a lot of things that when you're out there shooting a gun, you don't see it until you go back and look at that video. Just like with competition guys, right? You go back and look at the video someone shot of you, and you're like, what the hell am I doing right there?
Yeah, that's what I've got. A lot of people see, especially my guns. I run a GoPro on the side of it, and that way you can see them shoot with the GoPro. And then I usually have somebody behind me with like my phone videoing, and that's usually what you do. You know, afterwards you're critiquing yourself as you drive home, whatever, and you're like, "That was dumb. Should have went there. Should have done this." But same like you said, I mean, it's useful to. I mean, that's how you grow, though. Is you need somebody who's going to sit back and go, "Should have done this. Should have done that. Could have done this." You know, before you paid somebody, now your phone can tell you.
Yeah, or people on the internet.
Right.
Like, I could tell you what you're doing wrong.
Right.
Yeah, it might be overkill, but it's good. I still you know, listen to what people have to say and all that kind of stuff. I think, you know, there's some valuable stuff in there. There's some trolls too. There's some trolls. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Do you post stuff on YouTube, Adam? I know Clover does, so.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah, I was doing a lot more on YouTube, and then I got away from it just because of work and stuff like that. And we're trying to go back into it because I've noticed I started trying to do like 60-second, you know, like intros to things, and I found those went over really well. So I've started posting some of those back up, but I got to get back into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you guys doing the TikTok? Who's doing the TikTok thing?
I started TikTok about a week ago, I guess. I downloaded it, and like my third video got deleted.
Oh, they just.
And so
okay.
I had, we say TikTok. My camera's just flipping out. I wanted to, does TikTok on Skype? I don't know.
You've got that Wuhan up in there.
They
That's a Huawei phone, man. That's tracking you.
I literally picked up, and interesting that this is a progression because a lot of talk in the chat about the old Ruger P-Series stuff. So I put out a new video. My Ruger P-Series videos just always do really well. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to break them out. I enjoy playing with them. So, you know, I'm going to break out my P89 and P90 and do like an accuracy battle with them, right? And so I was just kind of pimping that video out on TikTok. And so I picked it up and I said, if you're interested in old school P90, if you're interested in old school P89, go check out the YouTube channel, basically, right? And like 10 minutes, man, bam, you violated the guidelines, blah, blah, blah. So I appealed it, and they put it back up.
Oh, they did, yeah. Because they probably thought you were trying to sell it or some stupid thing like that.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't.
Because it's their business to be the ATF.
Sure.
You know, and they can't tell the difference between you saying, you know, they can't parse if you're interested in finding out more about this. You know, versus if you're interested in buying this.
And this is what aggravates me with things like that. With all the ways that you could possibly sell a firearm online, why would you use TikTok?
Right.
Or Instagram?
Why would you use any of these things?
Facebook, maybe. I can kind of get Facebook because it's an actual social media, a lot of text and put up a bunch of pictures, but just one picture or whatever on Facebook, I mean on Instagram with the little text, and it's difficult to DM. You were talking about that before with how you don't necessarily get your notifications for DMs, and then TikTok with a little, all you can do is like a 15-second video or whatever. It's not conducive to that kind of stuff. Why do they even worry about it? But they worry about it because there's idiots out there probably doing it. That's why they're worried about it. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple of people.
One idiot spoils it for all of us, and it's kind of like, you know, you go back into when you were talking about showing firearms on, you know, on the live streams here. I had the conversation with YouTube about on 3 different occasions. We discussed this, and they kept coming up with, well, but we're afraid somebody is going to show a firearm on the screen and do something with it, that's harmful or whatever. And I'm like, but the guys that are regularly going to show firearms on screen are the firearms niche people.
Yeah, why would we do that?
We're doing it for safety and education and showing people, right?
Right.
So we're not the ones that created the situation for them to institute that policy. Somebody else that is not even related to us did that.
Yeah. And I'm sure their answer to you, just like their answer was to me, well, you know, we don't want it to happen, so unfortunately everyone has to suffer.
Basically,
you know?
Yeah.
And this
we don't want the liability, the risk.
But that's just the typical bubble wrap kid. I mean, you see like in bubble wrap kids these days. You know, if one kid falls off the jungle gym, whole jungle gym gets torn down. And before, you know, if you or I or Hank or, you know, somebody fell off the jungle gym, it was like, dude, that sucks. But we're gonna go back on it tomorrow and hopefully not fall.
Right.
And I think you see that. Yeah. I mean, you know, my kids are used to like being on 4-wheelers and stuff, but I got parents who are like, yo, your kids have a 4-wheeler? I'm like, yeah, they've had 4-wheelers since they were 4 and 5 years old. They've been shooting guns since they were 3. But I watch them. I help them. They're careful with them. But other parents just see it. They go, it's a liability. Your kid could get hurt. You might as well let them do it. I'm like, yeah, my kid's not going to grow up and know how to do like make decisions if he thinks everything is a safe decision. He's got to understand that this could get me hurt. This could not get me hurt. Where do I want to be at? Yeah. And he's got to decide that for himself to some degree.
You can't stop kids from doing that. My kids still do cartwheels and jump. They think they're Spider-Man. You know? And they're like 19 and 20 years old, and they're jumping all over the place. Because if you're young and you could do it, you probably could do it until you smack into something.
What's a cartwheel? I'd have to have that's rough, man. You can't get a hip replacement right now with Rona going on. So I'm not going to try that.
But when you're young, you do a lot of crazy things. There's no way.
Oh yeah.
How are you going to stop? I mean, obviously you don't want your kids to hurt themselves, right? Hurt themselves really bad, but they also still have to live. We do have to learn how to take chances. And the idea that you're going to so in other words, like all of this stuff that we're going through over COVID-19, more people are dying in car accidents. We should just stop everyone from driving. No one should fly anymore. You just shouldn't leave your house. It's like this is what they want to do, but ultimately that leads to no planet. Huh?
Don't leave your house. We're going to send you a check. And and you won't ever get your packages that arrive to your house.
Military Arms Channel wants to know what happened with TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, with me?
Yeah, I guess he's just asking. He's an old guy. He doesn't know about the TikToks.
You must have just came in.
What is the TikTok?
So they've got a policy. Their policy's really weird. Because I went and looked at it because I actually looked at it before I ever created an account, right? And so because I try to play within the guidelines and the policies as best I can. I don't actively seek to break anything. And so I looked at TikTok, and from the jump, I actually read the policy wrong. But I read it wrong for a reason, because I didn't read the whole thing. It says in big bold letters, it says "do not" in big bold letters, and then below that, one of the lines that it says is "depict firearms," and you're like, okay, well,
do not depict firearms.
It's like I'm gonna get kicked off TikTok, I guess, but oh well, I'll play around with it till they kick me off, right? So,
by the way, this is a Chinese company, by the way.
So yeah, so I put up 2 or 3 videos. There's one video of me shooting the Glock 44, and then I put up 2 that I don't think there was a firearm in either one of those, and then that third one was with the Ruger P Series pistols. Put it up. They took it down. Well, at that point, I went and looked at the policy, and I'm like, okay, they took it down, and they make it easy. They put a link right where you can click and go, and I'm like, let me click. Let me just see. And so below, where it's got the big bold letters and it says "do not," and basically it says "do not depict a firearm." Below that, it says, unless you're in a safe environment like a range and blah, 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 right? So the caveat for safe use, education, things like that, there is a caveat. So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, I'll appeal it. So I appealed it, and I'm like, look, I'm a firearms instructor. They were unloaded. I wasn't pointing them at anybody. The finger wasn't on the trigger. What's the problem? And so they reinstated it within, I don't know, probably an hour of doing the appeal.
Yeah.
So that's the TikTok story.
All that Tim from Mac needs to know is that's where you put your sexy dance videos.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I'm waiting for Tim's sexy dance videos.
Yeah. There's some cool things you can do though, man. There's one. You're like Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. So it's like puts this thing up of your head sticking out of a trash can. So that's a pretty cool one to play with. There's a lot of the weird little things. It's kind of a cross. In my mind, it's kind of a mixture of Twitter and Snapchat over on TikTok. It's really weird, but
I've noticed all the. I mean, I have a TikTok account. I just don't really put anything on there. Let me see if I even have.
It's something to play with and to play around with at this point. Am I serious about putting stuff over? Well,
so this
TikTok?
is all. I'll show you guys my phone right now. This is all people are doing on TikTok, dancing. This is the stuff that's going on. Everyone's doing some kind of dancing on TikTok. So what do the gun guys do? Because actually Mac is saying, thankfully, I never depict firearms, but I do shoot them. I'm going to rock TikTok until they ban me. Mac, you should have rhymed that. You should have said, "I'm gonna rock TikTok till I drop."
Well, there's nothing in the policy of it as long as you're being safe and whatever. I mean, you should be fine.
I guess I got to sign
All I
into
know
the
is that
TikToks.
Tim has now asked if he can get naked on TikTok. So I think
Probably.
we officially broke.
Please don't.
We've broken the gun, guys.
Yeah.
Can he twerk? I want to know, can he twerk? Because if he can't twerk, then there's no sense in Mac getting on TikTok.
Please, Mac, don't get naked on there, man. Don't get naked on there. I want to be able to look. I want to be able to look at Mac in his eyes and have a conversation with not thinking about him naked dancing on TikTok. Please.
But he could push the boundary. So with TikTok, it's all about being weird, right?
No.
So what he needs to do is he needs to get on there with a tomahawk and an Indian loincloth and twerk. and Military Arms channel on TikTok would blow up if he did that.
Yeah, don't do it. That's what I say. I say do not do it. Let me see. I'm gonna try to sign in here.
One funny thing that we could do is we could all do like these collage challenge things like
toss
we do.
Magazine or something.
It's like like the magazine toss thing that they did recently. Do something like that where literally, I mean, we kind of all get together and we all like have a gun and twerk or something on there. I mean, literally, but get all of us to actually get on TikTok and do it and kind of overwhelm the system and just see what happens.
Yeah, I think Mac already did one of those with, I think with CMMG. I saw a bunch of people. So everyone now is getting on TikTok. And here's the funny thing. Let me look up CloverTac while I'm on here. So I'm gonna let me share.
Lord.
Let me share my screen with everyone here. So I'm gonna look up CloverTac. Is that what you are on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, there's CloverTac.
Thankfully, that's me everywhere. I don't have to do underscore.
I'll follow you. Yeah, I'm gonna see if you're doing. Okay, here's this crazy Oscar the Grouch thing. Did you do that? Okay, apparently you did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Are you on there, Adam?
I'm not. I've been talking about it because I know it's kind of the next social media platform. I just haven't gotten to it.
Oh, bro, you're not one of the cool kids. Come on.
Yeah, military. If I'm spelling it, am I even spelling it right? What am I doing?
Is Mac on there?
He says he's on there. Let's see.
He said he has. He says he has.
Oh, why am I putting Arma?
And you said you've got an account too, right, Hank?
Yeah, mine should be Hank Strange. My hands are just too fat. What's your Mac? What's your thing? Is it military? Maybe it's all one word. That's why.
Well, I didn't see Military Arms.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah.
This is all a marketing scheme by him, just to make us talk about him.
Yeah. Tell us what if you found him, tell me what it is.
He says that it's at Military
Arms.
Oh,
I found it. Yeah, I found it. Here it goes. Yeah, so there it goes. For the only time in life you will ever see Mac with 69. I'm number 69, by the way, Mac. Just so you know 69? That. I'm the 69th follower. So that means your next gun that's on your channel, I get it.
So, Hank, you don't even have like an avatar, like a profile picture.
No, I don't. No,
dude,
probably not.
Come on. Come on, man.
I don't. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to put something on here. Yeah, I'll put something up there at some point here. But, this is the thing everyone needs to realize here, right? And what are you supposed to do on TikTok? What's supposed to be your image or whatever that you put there? Do you have to do some special thing?
I don't think so. I think you can use whatever. I think Max is just his company logo, if I've seen that correctly. And
okay.
Mine
is too.
I don't even know what I used for mine. I think I used a picture of me shooting a gun or doing something. I think I didn't use my logos on it.
Okay.
I don't even remember. I probably should, because it'd be easier for people to recognize me there if I used the leprechaun, but for whatever reason I didn't. I think because I was doing it on my phone and I don't have that picture on my phone maybe when I created the account.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put I'll put a thing in here. Let's see. Here we go. I'll throw a.
But it's neat with all the like I said, with all the things you can do with a little video clip you take, I mean, you can put rain and snow in. You can make it go old film black and white. You can, I mean, it's just got all kind of filters and weird things. It's just, it's neat to play around with. Like I said, I don't know that it's going to be the next greatest thing, or it's good for bringing in more people to the community or whatever. I don't know. I can't speak to that. I don't know that it will, but it's kind of fun to play around with.
And here's what we do know: it does belong to the Chinese.
Right.
So,
right. And apparently they're okay with firearms as long as it's safe.
I mean, they're communists just like the people that run Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
As long as you're not using firearms against them. I think that's their caveat, right? As long as you're not using the firearms against them.
Can the people in China have guns?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Everything's airsoft.
Yeah. He said he uploaded 2 videos a while ago and they were both removed. Mac, you got to show your dance moves on there,
and it
man.
was shooting all the race. Wow. Yeah. And they were. Did he appeal them? I guess he appealed them and lost the appeal. That's weird.
Yeah, or he probably didn't even have time. But and here's the thing: who has a fans only account? That's the new thing that I heard about that all the sexy ladies are doing.
Fans only? Is that a new app or something?
Yeah, fans only.
No, there's so many apps out there.
Fans only, Lola? I think it's that. So all the this is what all the this is probably, I'm going to get in trouble with Lola for this. But OnlyFans. That's what it's called. OnlyFans. If you look that up, OnlyFans is this thing where a lot of hot chicks are on, but to follow them on there, you have to give them money. So this is one of those type of things. So you'll see a lot of people or women on IG, and they're just doing the IG thing to get people to go on an OnlyFans or whatever that thing's called, and follow them over there. When are the gun guys going to do that?
Well, that's what I was fixing to say. I need to look that up because I need to get their address and send them a cease and desist, because that's what I do on CloverTac.com. In order to follow me there, you have to pay me. So they stole my idea.
Yeah, let me see if I can look it up, make sure I'm saying the right thing. I think it's OnlyFans. So here it goes. If you Google my fat fingers, OnlyFans. That's it right there. I think that's what it is.
Max says,
oh my gosh,
he's got an OnlyFans account.
Oh, he doesn't.
He said if you want to see the hairy goat dance.
Oh yeah.
Now that I might pay for. I don't know. I might pay for that. But it's only a matter of time. So it's a lot of the like the adult industry people that have that. But then now I'm starting to see that rappers and stuff like that are doing that, and they're getting these things. And I mean, let's be honest about it. You can have a big follow. You can have a big following on other social media. It doesn't do anything, but I guess if you're sexy enough, that does something for you.
Do either of you use WhatsApp?
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Do you?
I don't use it. I think I have one somewhere, but I don't use it.
I'd never heard of it or whatever, and then I was contacted by a company. It turns out it was a Turkish shotgun company. Imagine that, right? That was looking for an importer in the U.S. is what they were doing, but they wanted to communicate through WhatsApp, and I'm like, I don't have WhatsApp, but they're like, it's all broken English and you can't hardly understand them. And anyway, so I finally went over and got on WhatsApp just simply to see what was up with them, and like I said, it turns out to be nothing I could do anything about. They were looking for an importer.
Yeah. There's a lot of that being used now for all kinds of different fraudulent
activities. I don't know. They sent me a bunch of catalogs. They had some cool stuff. It was Hatson is who it was, which is, I mean, the dude said he was, right?
See, because you can say anything on those things.
Yeah, that's what we say. That doesn't mean just because he had the catalogs and he had a little, what do you call it, letterhead and all that, doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean.
There's a lot of scamming going on out there. Don't get caught out there.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of people, like, I don't want to say overseas, like a broad term, but overseas, they use the WhatsApp a lot to communicate. It's like text messaging, like secure text messaging.
Right. Yeah, that's what Max says. Secure
method of comms. How secure is it? Is it encrypted or something? Okay. It's crazy. God forbid you lose your password. You have to jump through like 18 hoops. Your friend has to verify you. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, well,
that means sucks. The CIA is running that one. I'm pretty sure.
I will say though, it's super nice because you don't lose any video or photo quality. Everything transmits at real quality.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Don't believe that nonsense that it's secure. That's the trap right there. Don't worry, it's secure. You guys can come on here and have your conversations. We won't know. We won't know what you're up to. And then, it's just like social media in the first place.
We're not going to sell your data or parse your whatever.
Worse than that, we're worried about the government tracking us and all this kind of stuff. And then we're on social media telling the government what we're up to. Me included.
Right. Here's what I had for dinner. Here's where I'm going tomorrow. Here's where I went yesterday.
Yeah. You don't have to hack into anything. It's all right here. It's all right here. Okay, you know what? We hit the 9 o'clock hour somehow.
Yes, we did. That was quick.
I don't even know how we survived this long with Adam trying to take us down.
Hey, my camera held the entire second hour with just a few little blips. So
yeah, camera did good, man. Camera did good. Yeah, but
the first hour was complete trash, but hey.
All right, so let's do this. CloverTac, tell the folks out there how they could follow you, support you. Get on your WhatsApp and all that kind of stuff, fans only and all whatever you have.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm everywhere, TikTok, WhatsApp, you name it. So the easiest way to find whatever platform is your poison, that's how I usually put it. Mm-hmm. Jump over on CloverTac.com. I was joking earlier. You don't have to pay to do anything there. Mm-hmm. Jump over on CloverTac.com. You can sign up for the newsletter. I've got a social media carousel thing. Just scroll through till you find the avatar or the icon of the social media, whatever platform you use. Click on that and follow me. As far as support, over on Patreon, and we do a lot of stuff over on Patreon. It's not just I say this all the time, it's not just a support mechanism, it is a platform, and I use it as a platform and engage with the people over there, all types of special content and perks and other things. So check that out if you feel so inclined. Awesome chat. Sorry for the cam trouble, and thanks, Hank.
No, you're absolutely welcome, man. Thanks for coming through. Adam, tell the folks how they can find you, follow you. Maybe if they find your optic here, they can get it back to you. How can we make that happen?
If one of you sons of guns has my optic. Yeah, so on Facebook, it's Adam Litke, Litke dash competitive shooter. On Instagram, as you guys saw, it's Adam_SASA. And check out the Holosun 509. That's what we should have had on tonight. And apparently that's lost in the mail, 507K. If 300,000 of you follow me, I'll have Tim on to do his hairy goat dance.
Oh boy!
On one of those things. So you send those follows, and we'll have Tim on for the hairy goat dance.
I'm trying to get those words out of my brain. I don't want those words in my brain when I go to sleep tonight and dream about that. Okay. So no.
And then I told Sean from IWI or from Holosun. Mm-hmm. He sent me this random thing he thought was funny. He was trying to make a patch for Holosun. Mm-hmm. And I told him I'd post on the chat, and he said I was messing with him. So there it is.
Oh, okay.
So Sean from Holosun, you're famous, buddy. There you go. You got a Hank Strange experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah. We can definitely have him on here. Actually, we need to get Mac to come on. I need to schedule some time with Mac to get him to come on and give us an update since this COVID thing's been going on. We haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I appreciate you guys coming through. It was fun, even though we had lots of different technical difficulties on all our parts. all of us. It's been a long week. It's been one of those weeks, I'm sure, for everyone. So I want to thank everyone for joining us here, hanging out with us. Go to hankstrange.com, sign up for our email list. Thanks to Safety Harbor Firearms for sponsoring the podcast here. Let me drop the end. Is this the end? There it goes. Boom. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We do strip out this audio and throw it up on iTunes and other places. I was also on the Battle Link podcast. For anyone who looks at the Battle Link podcast, Tonto. Battle Line. I'm sorry, Battle Line. Yeah. Thanks, Lola. Battle Line podcast. I was on that the episode that went live today, so anyone that follows that could check it out. Very interesting. I dive deeply into my own psyche on that podcast. No, I don't. Absolutely not. All right, so you guys check that out. Thanks so much. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, CloverTac. Thanks to everyone out there. We'll see you guys around. Any final words from anyone before I hit this button?
Meh.
Dude, why? Why? Okay. Be safe. Have a great weekend. We're out of here. Peace.